Hey guys, it's Prob, the early season warrior. How are you doing? I'm doing pretty good because we're in season number 29. The champions have arrived, and I am top 20 in the world because I can only win at the start of the season. That's how it works. So, I wanted to show a couple of games that I just played, and there are some losses here and there, like three losses in a row here, but you know, overall, pretty good climb. Let's see, which replays should I show? Lava Clone is a pretty cool one. I guess we'll show that. This against Deem Lovenglut, something like that. And I think this was the first match that I did after the update. In case you guys don't know, there is a new update with this build that fixes the clone glitch, clone bug, and also fixes some other glitches with the Archer Queen. Like, for example, the fact that when she goes invisible, she can't be pulled by a nado. If you do the nado at the same time that the opponent activates the ability. But yeah, all that stuff was fixed, so at this point I didn't really know. Oh, and by the way, that was a very good musky snipe before he put the lava in front. But at this point I didn't know yet if the clone bug had been fixed or not. So, I was pretty hyped about fighting Lava Clone because I wanted to see if they actually fixed the bug or not. And as you can see right here, the cloned pups are cloned pups. They're not real pups. And that makes a huge difference here, for example, because I would have definitely gotten a lot more damage if those pups took 2 hits each. But overall, this is like a very bad matchup for Mortar Bait. It's like already without the bug, very bad. So you guys can only imagine what it was like at the end of last season, where everyone was using Lava Clone with the bug. But overall, as long as you can take a tower, you should always try to save your towers because if you go to a two-tower situation, it can be very tricky to not just lose on their first push. Right here he goes for lava and I just go for a mask in the back because if you guys saw any of my tutorials, you know that against lava, P.E.K.K.A and Mega Knight you should try to stack musketeers. That's how you get through them with a counter push. Of course here it's pretty hard because I have to spend all the elixir on defense, so I don't really have counter pushes. And here I think I fuck up the fireball, maybe. I don't really remember. I hope I don't. Oh, actually I don't even need to play it. Good. I guess past prob is better than, yeah, it's better than current prob. That was where to use the fireball for sure. Now I can use, yeah, defensive barrel for the bats, and I think it doesn't align well here. I have to play my barrels a little lower so that they kill everything instead of squeezing past. And here I think I fuck up the fireball. Like, I think there was a fucked up fireball in this match, or maybe not. I don't know. Whatever. The point is we beat Lava, and it's a pretty hard matchup. So pretty good way to start the push. And that's about it. Sorry if I'm not cutting, but I'm doing this one take. I prefer to do it like this. I do the editing for the uncommented videos instead. So this is like a variant of Mirror Bait. I don't really want to show this, even though it was a pretty hyped match. This one is Giant Witch Graveyard. I already have like a video on this. It's pretty easy. You definitely have matchup. This one I wanna show actually. This is against B Master, which right now is 31st in the world. And he was abusing the Archer Queen like everyone else. And as you guys can see from his profile, he is a pretty good player. I think you might even say he's a pro player. So, let's show it. Mortar Bait versus, I think this is like a variant of Golem 3.5, maybe? Something like that. Like, you guys know which one I'm talking about, the one without the big spells. Like, this is pretty much the only Golem archetype that doesn't use either Lightning or Clone. So, usually it's easier for Mortar Bait than the other Golem variants, but As you guys will see, having an Archer Queen in the mix makes this as hard as ever. I hope they actually nerf it, because like it's way too strong right now. So here I think I fuck up. Yeah, I think I placed the Goblin Gang a little too late, so the mini P.E.K.K.A gets 2 hits. That's not a very good start, honestly. And I think like yeah, all the Golemites now will do a lot of damage as well. And here is where I actually figure out that he has the Archer Queen, because I didn't really think he had it. Oh wait, never mind, he doesn't play it. He plays the NATO instead. So this guy is a pro player technically, right? But why didn't he activate his King Tower instead of just NATOing after? Right? Like I think activating the King Tower there would have been more useful for him. Yeah, like he would have probably got one more Spear Goblin hit on his tower, but who really cares about that, right? Better to activate your King Tower. So here I pull off a pretty hype defense, I think. Like, look at this, look at this. I go for the Skelly Barrel. He will NATO after. I go for the Knight, and the NATO pulls the Knight into the tower. And, by distracting the Mega Minion as well, I pretty much defended and attacked at the same time. That was pretty hype. I didn't really consider the NATO. That was just dumb luck, but, you know, it's better like that than not. So I think, yeah, this is where I actually figure out that he has an Archer Queen. So if they are level 13, like if the Archer Queens are level 13, you can just Fireball log it. But when they are level 14, oh man, it's so annoying. You can't do anything about it. So here I think he activates the ability. Oh no, he doesn't. Yeah, if he activated the ability there, I would have been kind of in a bad spot. That's why I played the defensive Skelly Barrel. Which, by the way, defensive Skelly Barrel is very good against the Archer Queen, actually. So here I go for a Mortar, and then I think I log the Night Twitch to get rid of the Bat Spawn. Or not, actually that's better, yeah, the Mortar takes care of it. If I log that, I probably wouldn't have had enough Elixir to defend here. So yeah, as you can see, Skelly Barrel delays the Archer Queen quite a lot. And here I think I have to log so that it doesn't kill me. Or not, I don't know, that was a questionable log. But by this point I have figured out that I can just Fireball cycle him, so that's what I try to do. I go for the first Fireball here and try to defend at the same time, even though, it's pretty hard to defend a full Golem push when you don't have Elixir. Here the bats almost screw me over, but the Goblin Gang helps me a lot. And this is one of the reasons, like when people tell me, why don't you just put guards instead of Goblin Gang? If I had guards instead of Goblin Gang, I would have been dead there. That is just one of the many examples where you need those 2 extra Spear Goblins. Here I think I missed the Fireball actually. Yeah, that was a very bad Fireball, but as long as I can survive until my next Fireball, I'm fine. So here just give it everything I have. Pretty much just try to cycle to the Fireball as quickly as possible, and there we go. If that Archer Queen got to my tower, I would have been dead. But keep in mind, this guy is actually like very good at the game. B Master is like insane. So this one is Dario 6. He's using Ebar's Mother Witch, Ebar's Bridge Spam Mother Witch, which, by the way, if you saw my last video about the top 10 decks with Heal Spirit, you will have seen this. It's a pretty good deck. This is Aegis. I think he's also a very good player. I'm not sure. He's a pretty good player. But, you know, I played him twice, so I don't really want to show it. Also because this EJ and Mother Witch, very easy matchup. I have a lot of videos about it. This Victor against this guy. I think this guy is... wait, no, I don't recognize him. Never mind. This one's like a super hard counter. I just lost. And then we get to the last 3. So I guess let's just show 2 of this one. This one is against Reaper. It's Graveyard Freeze. Should be a good matchup if you don't, get surprised by one of the freezes. But I guess for the last 2 matches, we're gonna show 2 different variants of P.E.K.K.A Bridge Spam. They both have the Archer Queen in it, and they are pretty much the original and the Fireball variant, which everybody uses now. Pretty much all the P.E.K.K.A. Bridgepan players have switched to Fireball by now, but I really respect the ones that stick to Poison, to the original Poison, like this guy here. Of course, this is not the original P.E.K.K.A. Bridgepan because all these players are trying to abuse the Archer Queen by putting it instead of the uh, Magic Archer. This was a pretty good Fireball, honestly. It gave me a Mortar Shot into his tower, which, you know, always useful. But I guess for this matchup, it doesn't really change a lot for Mortar Bait, because one Mortar Shot plus Fireball kills Archer Queen, no matter the level. And yeah, this is like a pretty clutch defense as well. Like it zaps as well, but I think overall it was very, very clutch. No damage from him. So yeah, Archer Queen, really annoying. Not in P.E.K.K.A. Bridge Spam though, because if you guys know Mortar Bait, you know that P.E.K.K.A. Bridge Spam is like a pretty good matchup. It's not a free win or anything like that. You can get taken by surprise in a lot of ways, but it's overall a very good matchup. So one of the reasons I don't really mind the Archer Queen so much in this one is because they can't go for you know, Magic Archer chip damage, which I really hate. Like that's one of the things that makes me lose this matchup the most. I think if I played my Spear Gobs there, I could have gotten another Mortar Shot on the tower. It just didn't react fast enough. Let's actually bring this to double speed because not much is happening right now. He goes for a P.E.K.K.A. in the back, and when they EWIS your Excalibur, you should almost always log, because that way the EWIS doesn't survive for a counter push and you also get chip damage. I first saw, I think, Air Surfer or something like that do it in the CRL, and ever since then I've been doing it. Every time they use my Excalibur, like my naked Excalibur, I just, you know, log it. So this is also pretty clutch defense. It keeps spamming for a while, but we get a lot of shots from a single Musketeer. Here it also Fireball, but as you can see, the Archer Queen is very annoying. Like right now, even if I log it, I think it survives. Yeah, it's insane how much value they can get from a single card. I really do hope they nerf it. It's broken. And by this point is going for pushes that actually make me sweat a lot. Like I don't really know how to defend that triple elixir push if he gets even a little bit of elixir advantage. So I always have to try to keep the same elixir of this guy, or more of course. There I Fireball, and the Fireball plus the Skellies actually kill the Archer Queen, which is very clutch. As long as you have a Mortar, as long as you have a Mortar for the Battle Ramp, they should never be able to break through. And this is the end of it. So pretty nice match. I think I'm gonna watch the rest. Oh, connection lost. What's going on? Whatever. I think I'm gonna watch the next match on Double Elixir the whole time, because it's pretty similar to this one, but it's always nice to show both the Fireball version and the Poison version. If the game wants to load, I guess. Excuse me. Okay, Clash Royale doesn't work. I guess this is where the video ends. See you on the next one.